Okay, let's finally talk to Simon. Hello, Simon. Living the dream.
Agent Jones.
Your hands weirdly in your pockets. What are you doing?
Are you paying attention? Or do you intend to waste Mr. Morgan's precious time?
No. Sorry.
No, not paying attention. Sorry. Not at all.
I'm just a little tired. I'm listening.
Your hands very, very awkwardly in your pockets.
Take your hand out of your pocket. Didn't they teach you any manners at Quantico?
Oh, right. Guess they slipped my mind. My bad.
And into your pocket.
I'm actually kind of nervous.
Why?
I'm not used to this sort of thing. Data analysis is my specialty, you know. I'm sure I'd be able to calm down a bit if I had some pizza, though.
Fine, we'll order pizza. The Sky and pizza.
The FBI needs to do something about their lack of personnel. I'll have to ask the questions myself. But how should I start? Maybe I should look back over the files and calmly reassess the situation.
Just the usual around here, no need to worry.
Just the usual, someone slamming into the ceiling like an arsehole. Thankfully I moved away from that.
The usual?
Yes. A strange person lives upstairs. Every now and then, he makes noise.
I'm slamming
What's
into the
strange
ceiling.
about him?
Several years ago, a woman was murdered upstairs. Her husband still lives there.
Oh, did he murder her?
Yikes.
Or did you?
He's ex-BPD, and apparently he's still searching for the killer.
He's also a cop.
But it seems like they cut all support for the investigation due to decreased funding. The team on the
Interesting.
case wanted to keep working on it, but the suits wouldn't hear of it. A tale as old as time. Due to his situation, perhaps, he's been making a lot more noise recently, like you just heard.
You never noticed anything, Agent Jones.
Well, I did hear some loud noises every now and then, but I didn't think they were real noises coming from upstairs. I mean, look at him. It's
Yeah,
not like he's
clearly
reacting
going,
to the
"Kung,
noise.
kung."
He always
He's
just
probably
went
got
about
used
his
to it.
business as usual for all the years I've watched him.
So you thought you were imagining
So I just figured it was coming from the TV.
You really amaze me
the
sometimes.
TV that isn't turned on. Interesting.
After you arrested Galena Clarkson, you had a run-in with the Clarksons. At least that's what it says in the report. What exactly happened there?
Just a simple run-in, that's all.
Doesn't sound that way.
Nothing but a single phenomenon. Chasing hollow instances like that won't lead you closer to the truth. Truth doesn't work like that.
A hollow phenomenon, which resulted in a mountain of corpses.
More people die. Oh no.
Oh, Belle. We think we finally understand what you're trying to say.
That we killed them.
But
Why has he got one blue eye and one, like, orangey greeny eye?
don't be so
I
voracious.
guess York and Zach in one.
How about another cup of coffee?
Or they were lazy and only programmed one eye to be blue. Because obviously the York had two green eyes.
We've still got a long way to go.
And you
know.
meant to only notice the nearby eye and not the far eye. You know, that's also a thing, like, you know, if you only see him one eye, green eyes, but if you only see him that's
Yes.
like blue eyes.
It's coarsely ground,
And I always
so
had
there
both.
should only be 4 teaspoons per cup.
That's a lot of coffee.
No more, no less. Next, the coffee travels from the funnel to the siphon.
You're funneling it in?
Simon, normally
Not
you only do
filtering it?
surveillance in order to gather data, correct? Hiding microphones and cameras, sifting through garbage, wiretapping, shadowing, tracing credit card histories. You'll do whatever it takes to gather data in order to prevent crimes. That's how the FBI works.
Well, yeah, you're right. No reason in hiding it now, I guess. Why do you ask?
He's also got the 2 suits hanging.
Our Southern Belle has adopted a very peculiar MO. It's almost like she has a...
Yes, he does. I mean,
power,
we
like
used
us.
it. She has the ability to sense. Maybe I should have used it at one point in those scenes. Maybe I could have sensed
You've
something
been
from
watching
upstairs.
us this entire time, haven't you, Belle? From that window.
I don't need to answer that question.
You came here on New Year's Eve, then spent 49 hours watching us until you returned to your hotel room last night. You observed us the entire time without sleep or rest, and you only ate once, some pizza delivered by Simon. Aside from that, you never drank any water or relieved yourself. You simply sat there and continued to watch us.
Well, I went to the loo.
You have visions, too, don't you? You came here solely to hear us talk, didn't you? But then, why bother watching us for over 2 days beforehand?
To
You
observe the
didn't
fairies
come
and
talk
things.
with us. You came because you wanted to see this apartment with your own eyes, and because you're already
Different
convinced of
perspective.
something. Isn't that right? He who fights with monsters should see to it that he himself does not become a monster.
You should.
And
Make
if
sure
you
you
gaze
haven't
long
became
into
the
an
monster.
abyss, the abyss
The abyss
also
gazes
gazes
into
into
you.
you.
But
Oh. Coffee.
There's pizza on the desk as well.
Thank you, my fairy.
So you're saying that the abyss entered into you?
If
you
you
just
hadn't been
admitted
paying
the abyss-
attention, this coffee would have all gone to waste.
You admitted that you have stared too long into the abyss.
Pus in our brains. It really has a way of interfering with our lives. I didn't remember. She came along. Oh,
Thank you!
no, what's... Coffee. Yes, coffee.
What a brand for a fridge. It could use a clean. Coffee. I think you need to clean that fridge.
Oh. What the Christ? This is friggin' delicious. I thought I was gonna shit myself for a second there. Come on, Aaliyah, take a sip. Trust me. I'm not exaggerating
The
here.
coffee is so good it makes you shit yourself. Okay. Yum.
I don't believe it. It's better than any coffee I've ever tasted.
Of course it is. Coffee is a sacred drink. Coffee saved us.
Okay, G.
If not for its oracle, we would be on the other side right now. So
The
I
coffee
never forget
oracle.
to pay
Okay.
my respects to coffee,
Coffee, attack on coffee.
especially at critical moments like this.
What's so critical about this moment? Also, you
Big
reminded
black
me that I have the
cumulonimbus
power.
clouds are in the sky. And that sound. Thunder snow is coming.
Thunder snow? Now that's some interesting weather. Is that hail? What is thunder snow? Is it an American thing? We don't have thunder snow here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything special in Descent. He's put his hands in his pocket again. And you want me to talk about the thunder?
Come on, don't glare at me like that, Aaliyah.
You shoved your hands in your pockets again.
I told you, I'm out of my element here, remember?
This isn't the time or the place.
Well, yeah, I know. I'm just really nervous. I mean, Morgan's a legend.
Did that coffee just
Now he's
line you
right
up there?
in front of us, and things are all tense. I'm sure it'd give any normal agent a stomachache.
Or was there something with the coffee? Like, you were saying it almost made you poo. Did he shove laxatives in your coffee? Did he spike your coffee with laxatives?
Incidentally, Simon, why did you decide to stop working out at the field?
Don't ask. It's a long story.
I don't mind.
We do have a lot of time. Do we go
lots
play
of
Simon
time,
now?
Don't we? I could even make you another cup of coffee, if you like.
Because he's already suffering the laxative effects from the
Fine then.
first.
I'll try to make it brief. See, I used to work out in the field. Even had my own partner. But we had a little rivalry that sort of ruined our relationship. It was over a woman, of course. You know how it goes. We fell in love with the same girl. At the same workplace, too. Then one day, the three of us went to go do a stakeout at a restaurant over in East Boston. I pretended to be a customer while my partner waited in the car, and she waited in the building across the way. Well, it only took a few minutes for my partner and I to lose our heads. We started engaging in this dumb contest to see who could impress her more. Things were looking bad. I knew I was gonna lose.
Well, that's where you went wrong.
Then,
you need to believe in yourself.
something happened.
Kidding.
Right in front of me, a customer starts choking on something. Face was pale, froth at the mouth, the whole 9 yards. I got up at once, but my partner stopped me. Didn't want us to blow our cover. So what did I do? I ignored him and helped the guy anyway.
Yeah,
I
don't let
couldn't
the
stand
person
by and
die.
watch that. I couldn't help myself. Next thing I knew, I was a hero. The guy survived, the restaurant thanked me, and I'd even managed to win the heart of you-know-who. It felt pretty good, you know? One-upping my partner right in front of his very eyes. But that was the beginning of the end. A few days later, she and I went to go get some bubble tea at a cafe in Brookline. And a man comes up to me and said,
I'm here to thank you on behalf of the person you saved in that restaurant.
feeling a bit cocky, I said, "All in a day's work, my good man," and tried to brush him away. But he held out an envelope to me and said,
My client broke 3 ribs thanks to the unnecessary Heimlich maneuver you administered to him. He wants you to ensure that he'll be able to get the proper treatment.
I thought I'd saved someone, but all I ended up doing is wasting a lot of my precious time wrapped up in an astronomically stupid court case. It also blew our cover, so our target found out about us. In the end, I was taken out of the field and banished to a meaningless
But you
job
got the
that
girl.
anyone with half a brain could do.
You got the girl. You
No,
should.
sorry, I didn't mean it like that.
You know,
Anyway,
you should be
Of
fine.
course, I also lost the love of my life and went back to being a lonesome loser.
And then you just.
And that's why I hate being out in the
You
field.
know reason why that happens. It wasn't you just lost confidence and you started kicking yourself.
Oh,
and
come on. I tell you all that and you're not even going to say anything?
You did win her, and it's better to have won her and lost her than to never have loved at all, right?
That was long, Simon.
Hey, I warned you. I told you it'd be long.
You said you tried to keep it quick. Now he's silent. Jasmine.
Do you hear that thunder? It's probably gonna snow soon.
We're in Massachusetts. That's the norm for this time of year.
Well, I'm not used to the cold. If possible, I'd like to finish this up before we get stuck in a snowstorm.
Nope, you're gonna be stuck in a snowstorm.
Agent Jones, after we're done here,
Take your hands out of your pockets.
Agent Jones, Is something the matter? Snap out of it.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know.
Do you? Then stop daydreaming.
What's he doing? Is he whacking off?
Okay.
The little sus movement you
just-
got going on there.
You just what?
You really need the look, 'cause you've been spiked with laxative.
I just,
Your stomach hurts.
my stomach's been letting some thunder loose, too.
Thunder?
That coffee was just so good,
It what? We don't have all day here.
Go to the loo already,
The
sir.
coffee was just so good, it, summoned forth a massive tsunami from within me.
Excuse me? What is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Now is really not the time for this.
Right door at the end of the hallway.
Thanks, pal.
Yeah, I think he might have spiked your coffee with
We can
laxative.
make it. We can do this. It's not very
You
far.
know, you'll let him make this coffee behind your backs.
We promise you, we did not put laxatives in the coffee. Coffee is a sacred drink, remember?
Motherfucker. There's no doubt that the report omitted information linking Morgan to the Clarksons. I need to get him to confess. Oh yeah. That reminds me. There's a secret weapon in Agent Jones's briefcase. He's chain smoking it non-stop. He's clearly dependent on it, which means he might be dependent on other drugs as well.
I mean, if he's in pain and all.
Agent Jones probably won't be back for a while. Actually, now might be my opportunity to make some real progress. Mr. Morgan, I heard that you were always a smoker. Did you ever wonder if that was the reason you contracted your illness?
What does that have to do with this case?
Nothing. I'm just personally curious about it.
Sometimes, people die in car accidents, regardless of how well they take care of their health. Other times, they slip on their bathroom floors and crack open their heads. Isn't that right, my fairy?
You have some experience with that happening to you.
I'm not concerned with statistics. I'm just curious about you, right here, right now.
We switched over from nicotine to this. It's less addictive. That's one step in the right direction, isn't it?
I don't know, because you still have to use tobacco in smoking joints. So, you know, you got the nicotine and weed now.
Perhaps. If we're talking about withdrawal symptoms or physical dependencies. But it still seems like you're smoking too much at once. Honestly, it looks to me like you have a mental dependency.
Maybe. But so what if we do?
Surely you know about gateway drugs, yes?
Like the red
When a
lights.
person starts to use one drug, it becomes much easier for them to branch out and try other drugs
Instead,
as well.
too long into the abyss, maybe he does do the red stuff.
The first drug acts as the gateway that leads them to stronger substances.
Maybe he has become involved
Are
in
you
that.
trying to say that's going to happen to us?
No,
Maybe.
I'm simply saying there's a possibility.
There is a possibility maybe he is on the red stuff. Ooh. Or, you know, he might go to it.
Have you ever seen this before?
Chain of custody. It's got some...
And
Ordnance
please,
on
don't
it.
say no.
Then he has to say yes.
Sun Rouge,
Sun Rouge, the red
the
stuff.
drug we once chased. What about it?
You on it?
Sang Rouge is still circulating. It's changed shape and its composition is slightly different now, but it's still very much alive. But only in a very limited part of Louisiana. You aren't surprised? Did you somehow know this would happen?
I think you did.
Copies of another drug being circulated isn't exactly a rare case.
But Sang Rouge is special. The inimitable Enigma powder. The origin. It has many names, and no one was ever able to copy it. We've also been trying to figure out what it's made from ever since it appeared, but it's impossible to analyze. After all, it appears to be made from common ingredients that can be found anywhere. But if you try to use those ingredients, all you'll end up with is a mundane hallucinogen like DMT. If you're lucky. No. Sang Rouge requires a special recipe.
Southern cooking.
The original recipe, which someone's been guarding this entire time. Someone who survived the incident in Le Carré.
Like you. Someone who's dependent on drugs.
Immediately
if we are
after they
meant to use
found
her.
Lisa's body, I went to go see Patricia. In order to interrogate her, of course.
So you told us.
But I was unable to meet with her.
She refused to speak with you, didn't she? That's so like her.
No, she didn't get the chance to. You see, she's gone missing.
What?
To put it more accurately, no one's seen her since the afternoon of the 28th. According to her employees, she shut herself up in her room for several months before she disappeared. But since that sort of thing happened often, they didn't think anything of it. On the morning of New Year's Eve, they noticed her window was open, and when they went up to check on her, she was gone. But no one knows how long her window had been open for. This is just my hypothesis, but on December 28th, a strange man visited Le Carré and was spotted near her mansion. That man must have found some way to lure Patricia into his car, the '89 Cadillac that he bought used. Then, the two of them drove north to Trenton, where they boarded a train to Boston. They would have arrived here around midnight on the 29th, or perhaps early morning on the 30th. I believe this man is the same Billy Bishop whose name was previously recorded by the airline. So, what do you think of my guess? I'd love to hear your opinion as a former
Reasonable.
FBI special agent.
Now we get it. We aren't persons of interest. We're the suspects. But what about our alibi?
It was
What
obvious
alibi?
all along. Being here when you're being watched by...
Enough of your bullshit. You expect me to believe you haven't taken a single step out of this room? That Agent Jones is your witness?
You've already admitted that you can leave your body. You literally told us that, into the other
Especially by
realm.
someone like
By
you,
separating your
who knows
spirits.
all about how the FBI works.
Because you were saying how we were watching him from the window, decapitated from our body.
You're
So
possessed
you're
by
aware
death.
that we can
Go and
leave
take
our
a look
body,
at
and
your
you
own
can
face
clearly
in the
do
mirror.
the same.
You look like the Grim Reaper. After you visited both Le Carré and Greenvale, you left a mountain of corpses in your wake. You can make all the excuses you want. I'm immune to them. Right here, right now, I want to know everything. You tell me the truth.
Yes! You're good, Belle. Damn good. You're brimming with potential. Don't you think she's the perfect partner for our last dance? What do you say, my fairy? Don't you agree? She's good. So good. What do you want to know?
Don't stare
I've
into
got
your eyes
nothing
too
to
long.
hide. Go on. Question us. This is how it's got to be. Doesn't this remind you of something? You know what I mean, my fairy.
Okay, well, his eyes have clearly gone a bit too far to the other side now. But yeah, obviously, he was saying to her, oh, you've been in my window watching me for 48 hours straight. So if he knows that we can leave our body, and he was saying it in the case of him also being able to do it, he can also leave his body. So his body would have been left there, but he would have disembodied and
How did this
gone
happen in my
into some
town?
other form
God
to do
damn it.
this. Well, she's also been chopped up. And, you know, that was already
The
obvious
head
that
and
was going to
limbs
happen.
were severed and lined up, according to the lines that were drawn with her blood. Just like migratory birds flying systematically across the sky. Hey, Zach, what do you think this means?
They're
But there's a
severed
copycat
roots.
murdered.
Severed roots?
This is the way the Clarksons kill someone when they want to cut him off from the family.
And how do you know about this?
Everyone in town knows about it. They're just too scared to talk.
I see.
What does the
But the
V
daughter had
stand
the
for,
same
then?
thing.
Beats me.
But she was also severed.
What, you think I know everything now?
Vilitatio. It means quarrel in Latin. That's what the V stands for.
Latin. Intriguing, isn't it, Zach? There are no defense wounds on the corpse. In other words, Galena showed no signs of resistance when she was amputated.
The dad
But,
did it.
strangely enough, there are small traces of subcutaneous bleeding around the wounded areas. That's a vital reaction, which means she couldn't have been dead.
Because he made her
Yes, that's right, Patty.
husband
Galena
chop
was
off his
amputated
limb
while she was still
by
alive.
the crocodile.
and she
But then
never
he was
resisted.
like, I knew what I had to do. So
Is that
clearly he
even
did this to cut her off from the family because she did
It
the
certainly
murder.
isn't impossible. For example, if she was put to sleep with a drug, or if she desired the amputation herself.
Why
And
would
she didn't fight
ever
back because she
desire
knew that she deserved it.
Mr. York.
But you also killed her
I'm sorry,
spirits.
but there ain't no way.
Case
that
solved
could've
already.
How can you be sure of that, Melvin?
That also means that the
Our
daughter
world
was cut off from
contains
the family
phenomena
because
that
you did
could never
exactly
be
the same
explained
thing.
with logic. This is especially true for phenomena in which humans are involved. Do you really think all the facets of love and hate can be explained with logic?
Well, no, I don't reckon I do. Yeah, might be too early to rule out those possibilities, just like you say.
Okay, now.
Zach, now we truly know just how deeply the Clarksons are involved with this. Patty, how long does it take to reach the Clarkson estate?
We also know that the previous
It's a short
sacrificial
drive.
thing was exactly the
You
same
just
thing.
gotta head
So,
west
you
along
know.
the Mississippi. You can't miss it.
Got it. Thank you, Patty.
That wasn't
By the
necessarily
way,
even
Melvin,
about sacrificing her. It's just
No
about
matter how
cutting her off from
accelerated
the
Patty may
family.
be, don't you think she's still a bit too young to see something like this? For the record, I have no
She
intent
seemed
to
fine with
instruct
it.
others on how to raise their children. But
Also, she's clearly not 10.
Holy moly, you're right! Patricia, CLG! Come on, sweetie. Kids shouldn't have to see stuff like this.
Daddy, it's too late now.
Yeah, it's a bit late now. Just a little bit too late now. Clarksons must be deeply involved, yes. Quest updated. I don't get to go look at the crime scene. Are you coming with me again?
You sure you okay, CLG?
I'm fine. Besides, I'm used to seeing stuff like that on CSI. You're the one who looks pale, Daddy.
Well, it did shake me up a little. But I'll be back to normal in no time.
Copium.
Sorry about that, Mr. York. What say we rest in the interrogation room?
That was a
till we all
weird
calm
reaction.
down, CLG.
Sure thing, Daddy.
See you later.
I'm gonna go sit with Daddy for a bit, Agent York. We can join back up later.
That's okay.
Galena killed her daughter, so her family cut ties with her. Do you really think that's what happened here, Zach? If this is truly the ritual that the Clarksons use to cut ties with someone,
And it's exactly the same way that the daughter was murdered.
why would they go out of their way to do it here, in a holding cell? They could
Well,
have
this is
easily
just
done
where
it
she
after we
was.
released her. And judging from how Danny Clarkson was acting, I think it's clear that he really loved Galena. How could he accept this grotesque butchering?
It wasn't him
even
that
if
did it.
It was for the sake of the family.
It was the dad that did
There's
it.
no point in ruminating on this. We should get back to the investigation. As long as we keep moving, the answer will inevitably fling itself straight at us.
I mean, it's obvious. the dad made him lose a limb, you know, in danger of cutting him off. But at the same time, he then knew he had to do it himself and cut her off. Because the boyfriend was saying he didn't believe that she did it. He wouldn't have cut her off. He wanted to avenge that, but the dad was, no, I know it needs to be done. Did that. Okay, so we can have more quests. Defeat a squirrel, easy. Defeat an alligator, acquire some post-op, order 3 restaurants, order a drink, undergo a checkup at the town's clinic. Clinic, yes. I don't regret what I'm doing because I'm doing it for us. Nah, I shouldn't be telling you. It's just forget what I wrote. Okay, the bell balls twice. Well, I'm Cora. That's not from our alter ego. I was going to say, it's that, is that from Zach? Because it's like, I should, we're doing this for us. No, it's doing it for Cora. Oh, hello, painting man. What is with these camera angles where you can't see what's going on?
You found the flying serpent. But now, the flying serpent will come to find you.
Really?
Yeah, that sounds right. And it looks like this flying serpent is a venomous one.
Some become feasts, while others are eaten alive. Which fate would you prefer?
Both sound marvelous, but let me check with Zach.
Both sound marvelous. Being eaten alive or eating eaten? You want to be eaten alive?
Find the one who fired the pistol at heaven.
We did that.
Within the white hall of beds, brandish the ticket to the goddess. And once again, you will see the other world.
The White Hall of Beds, the hotel.
Comprehend the oracle.
Brandish your ticket. My dick.
Zach, it looks like he's hell-bent on
The
leading us
goddess
back
will
into
let us
that
in.
other world.
Follow the oracle.
Oh, I will, Hungan.
As well.
There are only 2 types
He's
of things in
also
our
wearing
world.
the snake.
Things that should be resisted and things that should be accepted. And I believe this oracle is something to accept.
It's not flying, but he's wearing the snake around his neck. He's quite clearly wearing the serpent.
Do you think we're crazy for believing everything that skeletal gentleman says? No, we're not crazy. Not one bit. This is our destiny, that's all.
Copium.
But I shouldn't need to explain that to you, Zach. The one who fired the pistol at heaven. Firing pistols at the sky might be a rather common occurrence for the South. Remember? Young Guns, 1988, directed by Christopher Kane. There's that great scene where Emilio Estevez keeps firing his Colt M1877 up at the sky. Oh, but that film took place in New Mexico, didn't it? And the Oracle probably isn't referring to a situation like that.
It's got to be a bank, right?
Unfortunately, Zach, you're wrong. We need to find someone who fired their pistol straight at the sky. It's got to be for some purpose other than an attack or a threat. Raising a pistol up to the sky, then slowly pulling the trigger, kind of sounds like the start to a race. Don't you agree, Zach?
A farm.
Bingo, Zach. We're currently running a race here, and the one who started this murder investigation is indeed the one who fired the pistol at heaven. In other words, the person who first discovered the body. According to the files, Lisa's body was discovered by Chuck Thompson, a crawfish farmer. He apparently works out of a fishing hut located in the marshes south of the bayou. Let's go pay him a visit. Who knows? We might even get to see some crawfish. What? Why isn't the murderer the one who started this race? Zach, this isn't like you. Of course the murderer isn't the one who started the race. The murderer's running it. They're currently in first place, and they're breaking all the rules. Any more objections,
Makes
Zach?
sense.
within the White Hall of Beds. This one is even easier. There are only a few establishments that have a whole hall's worth of beds, especially in a small town like this. I'm sure you've already got a pretty good idea about what the answer is, Zach. Beds all lined up. Only an amateur would hear that and think it must be referring to a brothel. I mean,
no one said
who would ever use
brothel.
White Hall as a symbol for a bordello? You really think that's a White Hall?
Yeah, I know it's yellow.
Sorry, but I have to disagree. There's a more obvious answer out there, a place that anyone would think of when they hear the words White Hall. I mean, come on, who would ever use White Hall as a symbol for a bordello? No, a White House refers to the same place no matter what country you're in. Disinfectant, jars of medicine, and white smocks. That's right. It's a place where people dress in all white, and this town doesn't have any labs in it, which means there can only... You never disappoint me, Zach.
Do you dress all in white to go to church? What?
It's a medical facility.
That's a church. It's not a medical facility.
They invite their patients into rooms full of beds.
I know,
where they're
looked for a
tended to
medical
by
facility.
doctors
There
and
wasn't
nurses
one.
clad in white. It's definitely a White Hall, where people are invited into beds.
No, it's a church.
You always manage to impress me with your intuition. I'm really counting on you here, Zach, and I know I'll always be able to.
It's a church. It's not a hospital. That's quite clearly a church.
Agent York,
Alright.
you're trying to leave without your trustworthy assistant?
Also, he has a reflection. We do not.
Hello there, Patty. I was simply engaging in a battle of wits with Hoongan while I waited for you.
Hoongan?
Yes, the skeletal gentleman in the top hat.
Not that story again.
Yeah.
Is this how you always conduct your investigations?
This is the way I work.
I bet you can't find a single partner. Not even
He
in
doesn't
the
need his
entire
partner.
FBI.
He's got his Zach.
That's not true. I always work together with Zach.
Oh, right. Zach. Don't worry. I'll be your partner while you're here in our town. Now, let's go investigate.
His reflection. Not that you can see it, but it's definitely there. She's just waiting at the door for us. You don't mind if I steal your daughter, do you? No, you're fine with that. Definitely confirmed with you, by the way, officer. Okay, let's go. Come on. Probably should have talked to you. Right, okay. If she starts talking, I'm not getting on the skateboard. I'm not doing nothing. We just walk if she talks. So we can hear. No guns, nothing. This stupid that it interrupt. Okay, let's go. Come on, partner. We're heading out. We're doing this shit. We're learning. We're solving the case. That's some tall guy. It's the dad. It's the guy that did it.
How's your mama?
Well, she looks terrified.
So, you're that hotshot FBI agent I keep hearing about.
Yep.
And who might you be?
Also, it's only shown that eye, which is the green eye, and not the blue eye.
Body of my daughter.
The one that you chopped up.
My daughter, who was murdered in a holding cell after you detained her yesterday.
After you chopped her up. E.J. Clarkson.
Zach, I wasn't expecting to run into the final boss this early. You
Fall
must be the head of the Clarkson
broken.
family, P.J. Clarkson.
He's the
And
final
you've come
boss,
to
is
claim
he?
the body
Okay.
of Galena Clarkson, whose dismembered corpse was found early this morning. Is that correct? Where did you learn that Galena had been murdered? Zach and I just learned of the news ourselves.
He's also 10 foot tall, or are we just really, really
This
short?
is Luke Corey. And I I am P.J. Clarkson. There ain't a single thing I don't know about this town.
I see. So then you must also know about the Severed Roots ritual. I have a question for you, Philip. We suspect that Galena was murdered by someone from the Clarkson family. Have you given that possibility any consideration?
This is an ideal time to
Listen,
think,
you
because,
FBI
like, both of
piece
them are there.
shit.
To see how
You
they
better
react.
watch your manners around my paw.
Shut up,
else.
Daniel.
Yeah, the
But,
dad
sir-
did it.
My bad, sir.
I'll have you know I once had 3 children.
Mm-hmm.
But I must not have raised them very well, because my son and my eldest daughter both ran away and never came back to me. The only one who stayed by my side was my second daughter, Galena. Then she done married Daniel here into the family and presented me with both an heir and a granddaughter.
But now they're
Seemed
both
for
dead.
a while as if things were finally starting to calm down.
Yeah, and she killed the granddaughter,
But then
which offended your family.
someone corrupted both Galena and
So you had to cut them off.
and I lost everything.
Yeah, you know, it's not someone murdered her, someone corrupted
Aside
her.
from my shit-heel son-in-law, that
So
is.
you had to cut her off.
You understand me, FBI?
Yeah, I
Galena's
understand.
death is nothing but a loss for the Clarkson family.
That doesn't mean the Clarksons are automatically innocent, though. Humans don't always act out of self-interest, do they?
That mouth. You're starting to sound more and more like your mother.
I guess he made her mum ill
We're
as well.
leaving, Daniel.
What? But my treasure...
She's already
Whether
dead.
you end up being an angel or a demon, I reckon you're the man I've been waiting for all this time.
Moral compass, I wonder.
Once
Do we
you
get the
finish
choice?
that autopsy,
Depending on how we
we're
act.
clear to take her home.
I see.
I want you
We could
to
either
give
be
me
good
a
or
call.
evil in the end, and it doesn't get shown until the
You're
end, I
phenomenal,
guess.
Patty. So perfectly rural. Ominous statements, foul-mouthed
I
insults.
should know this, of course,
This
because
town
that was the
possesses
same
a
choice at the
complicated
end
system
of The Good Life.
communication that you just can't find in the city. Work-centric emails are so cold and lifeless.
So we can be both good and
This
evil
is
depending
what
on
true
how I
human
act.
connections feel like. Connections as visceral as blood itself.
And what he transforms to when he
So, Agent
takes
York,
the
What's next on your
red
agenda?
powder.
The last
At the
boss
end.
may have gotten the jump on us, Patty, but I didn't let him shake my resolve. I intend to obey the skeletal gentleman's oracles, and that's that. First, we should head to either the home of the person who discovered Lisa's body or to the town's medical facility. Well, Zach, what do you think?
Sounds about right. You're probably going to talk to me on your own. I don't need to talk to you. Is there a run? There is, isn't there? Oh, we're on the skateboard now. How do I run again? See, we can quite clearly see. Okay. Candy Woods. We don't know what she looks like. Crawfish Farmer. Okay, so we're going to look down there. E.J. Clarkson. And then the evidence, the Son Rouge. There is a way to run. There it is. Okay, so we found run at least. Come on, keep up. Hi. That's one way of keeping up. Okay, if I just speak to you normally.
It really seemed like you knew who Galena Clarkson was.
Well, I've never actually talked to her, but it's a small town. Pretty much all folks know who the Clarksons are. And Galena's supposed to be extra scary compared to the rest of them. Back when we saw her in town, I felt like she was glaring right at me. So I got real scared. No one will come out and say it, but I'm pretty sure they're all relieved that she was the killer. We're lucky the killer ended up being a member of the Clarkson family. Otherwise, the whole town would have turned into a battlefield.
You've got a point, but did everyone really hate her that much?
They didn't hate her. She hated them. She had this real peculiar way of treating people. I don't know how to describe it.
Contemptful?
Yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah,
She
she looked
never
down
opened
on
up to anyone in town.
She was rich, beautiful, and wanted to become an actress. So she went to a metropolitan city to refine herself. There's always a chance that people like her may develop prejudices towards those who stay in the countryside. A big chance, even. But just because a person has prejudices doesn't mean they'll go out and murder people. That's where my doubt lies. Was there any sort of omen which made people happy that she was the killer instead of someone else?
An omen.
I'm just telling you how
Okay,
I
you'll
feel.
believe an omen.
How am I supposed to know if everyone else in town felt the same way? I never thought she'd actually go and kill her own daughter, though.
There it is, Zach. It appears that her attempt to kill me wasn't simply a case of being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Maybe she was sad.
Sad, perhaps.
You'll believe an omen
Instead of
over
returning
the
as a
evidence.
star, she was forced to come home after her dreams were crushed. That certainly sounds like a sad story, doesn't it, Zach?
No, Agent York, not that kind of sad. The kind of sadness that keeps folks away, hidden behind her attitude. Is there a word for that? Maybe it ain't in her attitude or her words, but the way she appears. Yeah. It's in her eyes.
In her eyes.
They remind me of someone.
Who? PJ Clarkson?
No, someone else.
Me?
I can't remember.
That's okay, Patty. Just let me know if you happen to recall it later. Until then, Zach and I will help you think.
I really want to quill those squirrels. Kill those squirrels, yes. Let's quill those squirrels. For that quest, but we're here.
Hey, Agent York. Just so you know, dealing with Pastor Sanders is gonna be a big pain in the butt.
I've already
Big
spoken to
pain
him
in the
before.
butt?
That's what I said. But I guess you have no choice
Colonel
but to
Sanders.
obey your oracle, huh?
The sarcasm. Wow. Oh yeah, you just turn away from each other and nod weirdly. I would talk to you again, but we're going inside. You'd sit and talk for hours. So I will not. You know, she might have had more to say on this current situation, but you would have kept us outside for hours.
I don't like hospitals.
Why not?
This is
They
a
soup
church,
folks
though.
up with medicine, cut them up, and then they try and act like they're your friends. Something ain't right about that, you know. It
And
goes
someone
against
ain't
the
right
laws
about
of
this because
nature.
it's a church.
Plus, this is a church. So you got a pastor, a servant of God, actually playing God with his patients.
I think
True,
you have
it's
a
a
point
weird
there, Patty.
thing.
These days, we can neither determine death nor reproduce without the help of modern medicine. Yeah, our world's become quite an unnatural one.
Oh,
Oh.
hi, it's
Excuse me?
we're missing Galena.
This is Lucare.
Oh, you're
You need
Professor.
to watch where you're going, or someone might end up tripping you.
Zach, it's her. The stylish
Hello,
woman
shit.
who watched Lise die.
Lady Gaga.
I've been waiting for you, lost lamb.
Okay. Hi. Oh no. Maybe I should have took the
Hi
checkup
there, Pastor.
quests.
Would you mind letting go of me? I'm in a bit of a hurry right now.
It's time for your rectal exam. Thanks,
The
priest.
Lord hungers.
Not creepy at all.
Here we go again.
What?
She's already assuming the position.
Truly pitiful, my little lamb.
Oh my god, what is glowing
No,
in your
neither
eyes?
Zach nor I.
Oh, so pitiful. So pitiful, just pitiful.
She's hiding behind us. No.
The Lord hungers. 1 can of Spam, 1 can of red beans, and 1 can of spinach.
I think that's you that's
You are to
hungry.
offer up the taboo trinity.
Taboo?
spam, beans,
Don't you mean the
and
holy?
Oh, how I pity you.
it's the
Unlike
taboo.
us
It's the
humans, the Lord
trash.
never
The
errs.
trash food. Just
Now, my
spam.
pitiful agent, bring forth the taboo trinity at once. For it is the will of the Lord our God.
No, I think it's just your
See?
stomach.
I told you this was gonna be a pain in the butt.
But Zack and I need to go after that stylish woman.
Too late now. We need to obey God's will.
The Lord hungers.
Come on, hurry it up. We need to go.
Spam,
Well, Zack, I don't know
beans,
what to
and
say.
something else.
First an oracle, and now an order from God? Maybe this is the trial that will yield the ticket to the goddess. Either way, it looks like we have no choice but to gather the taboo trinity. I guess it just goes to show that small towns are always filled with the bizarre and unpredictable.
We went to the church. Buy a can of spam. Order red beans and rice. And canned crayfish. And mix them together and make a... That is weird. Like, it's buy an actual cooked meal and then add some spam to it and add some crayfish to it to make it the dirty taboo trinity. Like, ew. Like, spam is not nice as it is. I'm sorry. Spam's just not very nice as it is, so, you know, it is literally the taboo. You're gonna really make me go away and do this, aren't you? You're not gonna say anything until I go. We're not gonna be allowed to... Or is that just the exit to the church? No?
One can of spam. You
Yeah.
are to bring
Hey, Tyrone. Pastor?
one can of spam. The Lord.
I suppose that even an FBI badge, it's no use, Zack. We'll just have...
He's gone because he's too hungry to operate. Okay, out we go. Come on, we gotta go get this spam and beans from your dad, and then the beans from a different restaurant, and then the crayfish from the farm. I mean, I guess we're going to the farm anyway at some point, so that's something, but... the weird request. He's hungry. And he's only gonna have spam and rice and beans and crayfish. Mixed together. Cold tin of spam. Tin of crayfish. You looked like you were creeping up on me there. Hello? I tried to speak to you so that we had something to talk about on the way.
You didn't even twitch when you saw Galena's body.
Why would I? Dead things can't hurt us, right?
Girls your age don't usually think that way.
Do you have kids, Agent York?
No, I don't. I'm not married either.
Then you have no idea how girls my age usually think. Besides, I'm used to seeing dead bodies thanks to CSI, especially dismembered corpses like hers. You know, for a so-called profiling professional, you're pretty clueless.
In that case,
True.
allow me to apologize. But don't you think it's a bit of a leap to discount my observational abilities simply because corpses don't scare you?
I don't know.
No.
I mean, you're completely wrong.
Do you know what I was thinking back there then?
Of course not. I'm not a pro.
The same goes for me, Patty. No manner of pro could ever know 100% of what another person is thinking. Unless, of course, that pro has a mental connection with them, like Zack and I have. If I was telepathic, I wouldn't have joined the FBI. I would have taken over a small country or become a messiah.
Now who's making crazy leaps?
I will admit, though, Patty, I feel like you and I have something in common. We definitely have similarities, even though they aren't as strong as the ones that Zack and I share.
Whatever.
Perhaps you and I grew up under similar circumstances. We're both unique cases.
Huh? Unique cases?
In
You're
your
saying she has a
case,
split
your beautiful
personality?
mother's second husband became your daddy, but then your mama got sick, forcing you to take care of things, while you used CSI as your escape.
Would you just knock it off? I ain't trying to act like some tragic heroine here. And I
Just
don't
use
care
this
that my
TV as an
daddy isn't the
escape
same
like you.
color as me. You're way more narrow-minded than I took you for, Agent York.
Narrow-minded? You're just realizing this now? Of course I'm narrow-minded. I'm a selfish man who lives life according to his own rules, with no interest in common sense. Naturally, this makes me terrible at reading situations, and I often end up angering people by total accident.
Autistic.
But is it really that big of a problem? I've still made a contribution to society by solving numerous difficult cases, and I'm still terribly charming.
And very humble
And
at it
I'm
too.
still terribly charming.
Yes,
You and I
yes.
have absolutely nothing in common. What kind of circumstances does a kid even need to end up like you?
Try asking Zach. It's not my place to answer that one.
Yes, Zach, who definitely is real. This. I didn't want to press the wrong button, because there we go, because you would press the wrong button. Because if I press the wrong button, we can't do anything. Plus, we would have been here too fast if we did run it. So, but I would have pressed the wrong button. Because I didn't check it before talking to her. Okay. Wait. We need to buy from the van outside, don't we? Not from in here. Because this is the police department. Or are you going to sell us the can of spam here?
What's the buzz, Mr. FBI Special Agent?
Not the bees! We haven't shot them yet! Back in town I mentioned it, but they're all petrified them bees! Oh, the buzz! Yeah, so if you set aside some time to take them out, we'd all be mighty thankful. You officially took on the job as an FBI agent, yeah? I'm not rubbing it in much, but you need to sort out this bee problem. I've had a lot of hope in you, Mr. FBI agent, sir. Now buzz off! Sort out these bees! Yes, of course, right away, at once. Yeah, you're definitely not rubbing it in whatsoever. Buzz. Buzz, buzz, buzz. No. I'm not rubbing it in whatsoever about these bees that you still haven't taken care of, Mr. FBI agent, sir. You're swamped about this tree and everything. Tempted to put more. Okay, ding. How about them bees?
Hold on.
Okay, one. All the ingredients for a common sausage stuffed in a can instead of... No. I mean, sausages are much nicer and much higher quality meat. This is mechanically reclaimed meat. Spam is mechanically reclaimed meat. Sausages are not allowed to be, in our country, mechanically reclaimed meat. It is illegal. You can't call mechanically reclaimed meat meat. And a sausage has to be at least 34% meat? Bare minimum. Usually they're at least 60. The ones that I buy are at least 80 to 90% meat. Because mechanically reclaimed meat is disgusting. Can't stand it. I had to have, and if they're not sausages, hot dogs can be 0% meat because they're not a sausage. And my ex used to like buying the most disgusting hot dogs that were made from mechanically reclaimed meat, and it was disgusting. And I ate them too much. That's hot dog. Like, hot dogs that are actually good meat are different, but the hot dogs that you buy in jars and in tins that are mostly mechanically reclaimed meat, like, I ate so many of them as a result of that relationship that I can taste mechanically reclaimed meat, and I don't like to taste it. I can't stand it. It makes me vomit. So, yeah, I could taste
York. Spam, huh?
and mechanically
You a
reclaimed
pot of
meat.
meat kind of guy?
No, not at all.
No, Melvin. I've simply gotten myself
This makes me
tangled up in a
vomit,
little mess.
and I can taste the disgustingness.
I get it, Mr. York.
I can only
The
eat good quality
Lord
meat.
hungers, right?
Yes, apparently the Lord is starving, and I'm a lamb with no sense of direction.
Clearly he's been through this before as well. You just kiss his van.
What else have you seen on that sci-fi movie channel?
Agent York, why are you asking me that?
Discussing movies is one of the most basic
loves
forms of
his films.
communication in our country.
What time period do you live in?
It's always been that way in
Boomer.
every era. In this country, all
Not
dialogues
always.
begin from films.
Films
Ugh,
haven't existed
says
that long.
you.
Not
You're
that many
making me
eras.
Sick.
Yeah, I feel
Like
like I'm gonna
spam.
puke.
Like
I know
spam.
just what you need to do, Patty.
What?
Tell me what other movies you've seen on that sci-fi channel.
Ugh, you're so annoying. Fine, fine. I saw this one movie where a pretty lady and an old guy fight, and they were both robots.
Terminator?
Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. 2003, directed by Jonathan Mostow. I knew you were an Arnold S. fan.
Oh, you said
He
it
wasn't in that
again.
movie that much.
Whatever. I'm not a fan of his or anything, okay?
He did just happen to be in it.
So, what did
The
you think?
Terminator 3 wasn't
I
even
knew
a
of the
good one
name
of the
Terminator,
series.
but it was my first time seeing one of those movies.
What? You've
yeah,
never
you-
seen Terminator?
Well, the first
Number
two
two's
came out
better.
before I was even born.
I know, but come on. It's
Three's the worst.
Terminator.
Boys probably like it, but I'm sure most girls don't give two craps about it. Oh, but I know it was directed by the same person who did Titanic.
Titanic. Oh, you mean Raise the Titanic?
No.
1980, directed by Jerry Jameson. But he didn't direct
No.
Terminator. He's famous for Airport 77 and The Deadly Tower. You probably know this already, but The Deadly Tower was based on the 1966 Texas Tower
doubt
sniper
it.
incident. I learned about it at the
Not
FBI
that
Academy
old,
in Quantico.
Boomer.
In the film, Kurt Russell plays Charles Joseph Whitman, the assailant. He really brought the character to life with an awe-inspiring performance.
Yeah, I've never seen all.
What's
that movie.
wrong, Patty?
Blue
I'm just
Claw.
trying to talk about Terminator 3, that movie you saw, but you're not paying any attention.
Yeah, because
So
you
be
weren't
it. If
talking
you're not
about
in the mood to
Terminator
talk,
3.
then let's return to the investigation. It's a shame, though. We really wanted to hear more about the films you saw, didn't we, Zach?
Well, maybe you shouldn't have started talking about boomer movies that are from the 60s. 'Cause, yeah, that's you lost us at that. You lost us at that. When you started talking about the boomer movies from the 60s. That is not talking about the movies that she saw. That was talking about your own, bragging about your own stuff, and not remotely anything useful. That was not a conversation.
The air out
That
there
was
don't
you
feel right
talking
today.
about
You
trash.
feel it too, honey?
Oh my lord, still haven't found secret ingredient? I thought you wanted me my special dish, honey. Eat this dish and the power will course through your veins. Also calm your mind with your stimulant. Besides, I'm really jones to cook it up now. So really I stood up for could you find that ingredient and then talk to me again once you got it? What was the ingredient again?
Oh, coming right up, honey.
Shrimp and grits, duck hash, bagnet.
Alexis, could I have some red beans and rice?
Okay, why was that on the menu? Because that's what I wanted, and it's not on the menu. I guess we needed to see it wasn't on the menu to ask for it.
Oh, my Lord. Sorry, honey, but no can do. We only serve red beans and rice on Monday.
Oh, come on.
That's a meal you eat when you're busy, like folks usually are on Monday. It's
Really?
been a tradition here in Louisiana for as long
But the
as I
Lord
can remember.
hungers!
Wait, honey, don't tell me. You're the type who does your laundry
does.
every day?
Yep. You already sent our suits out for dry cleaning.
Tradition, Zach. This is it. The Deep South. Louisiana. We need to obey tradition here and come back on Monday.
But the Lord hungers! You're gonna leave him hungering until Monday? But it's just no. But he's starving. The Lord hungers. Monday, really? Wednesday. That's basically a week. You're gonna leave him with no food for basically a week. That's bullshit. The Lord, you'd get no food until Monday. I'm sorry, no food until Monday, sir. No exceptions. No exceptions. No red beans and rice until Monday. Whether you like it or not, and I'm probably never going to remember that. Just, I don't think I'm going to be playing until Monday. Not that long. No, sorry. It's a long time to be playing. I mean, I might play other games. Real life, it is Friday nights. But my god, no. The Lord hungers. You have much to
Patty.
say?
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that.
Wow. Hey, Patty, I'm just being annoying. Yeah, I guess that you don't have any more conversations. That's fair enough. I will get on my skateboard and ride. There's no more fun conversations to be had. I'm just saying hello. Love. Is it me you're looking for? I can see it in your eyes. And beans that aren't served till Monday. You actually did an actual ollie jump. Unintentional because I was looking away, but you did an ollie jump. And then, what are we getting from here? What could I possibly be getting from here? Crayfish! Okay. From here? Really? Okay. As long as I can buy it somewhere. I really thought we'd be buying it at the farm, but hey. Low mirror. Oh, you made me go back to my hotel room when you have a shrine literally right here.
Canned goods?
Canned
The
eats?
vermin of the grocery store? Nay, I think not.
Then why did you come
Understood, Mirror. Well then, if you'll excuse me.
Wait.
Yeah, bye. You don't have the things. But goodbye. No smoking. Yes.
I can see it. I can see the canned good thou seeketh.
Is it in a grocery store?
Well then, where is the canned good I seek?
In a place where no man could ever peddle it.
I see. In a place where it can't be bought from a person. Got it, Mirror.
'Twas but a trifle, for
We need to
the
find it.
Lord hungers, doth he not?
Yeah. And he's gonna hunger till Monday.
It's in a vending machine. It appears that God wants us to go on a wild goose chase all around town.
Oh, for fuck's sake. The Lord wants us to go and search every vending machine, canned spinach from a vending machine somewhere in town. So not all vending machines are the same. It's going to be in... Why did we have to come in here to find that out? He clearly knows exactly which vending machine it is. Well, just doesn't want to tell us. He just wants to be cryptic. Because they've all clearly done this quest, because they're like, the Lord hungers. They all know exactly. They've been through this themselves. But none of them want to tell us where it is. None of them. The cheek. They know. They know. They're aware. They've done this in their first rodeo. They all know exactly who wants this and why. They refuse to tell us. Hey, you wouldn't happen to know which vending machine?
Really? Seems kinda normal to me.
Now that you
I mean, there's
mention
no
it,
clouds in the sky.
yes, it is a normal day. I just felt like saying that.
What? You know, sometimes you really get on my nerves.
Just a day, just an ordinary day. Trying to get by. Just a girl, just an ordinary girl. She would look into the sky. Yeah. I shouldn't sing copyright songs. That's Vanessa Carlton. Ordinary day. Oh my god, I'm turning into York. It's up with music knowledge. No! I will not be York Morgan and I'm gonna go into this odd tangent of too much information about something. No. I refuse to become you. I'm playing as you. I am not getting into your character and becoming you. I am not thinking too far into your role-playing as your character. No. I do not want to be you. $20 miles. A swamp tour? Well, there's going to be crocodiles over here, isn't there? Of course. Monday to Thursday, 1 to 8. Friday to Saturday, 1 till 5. Closed Sundays. Taurina. This is safe. Okay. She also made the safe landing. Northern Rail. Is it going to be now that it's actually open?
Okay, Zach. It's time to put our skills to the test.
Oh, skateboarding. Oh god, how do I ollie? And he's gonna fall flat on his face because he broke his skateboard. So he's gotta go to the girl who does the skateboard repair, obviously. Well done. Well done. You saw the opportunity to do
Well, Zach, it seems as if we've reached an impasse.
Oh, come on. I already walked over the fence.
I'm afraid we won't be able to proceed any further like this.
You sure? Sure about that?
Tiger to DC Eagle? Is everything all right?
Yes, my daughter just told me that you fell on your face. It was embarrassing.
Hello, Melvin. Sadly, my darling just gave out on me.
Your darling?
Oh, she put out, did she?
Yes, that's right. My beloved skateboard. I know the chances are slim, but do you happen to know of any establishments in town?
Yeah, I
that
mean,
repair skateboards?
we walked past this garage that was open that
Please,
was
I
doing
hope this doesn't
skateboard
offend
repairs.
you.
And...
Neither Zach nor
No,
I
do
would
you
ever
know
dare to assume that a remote
anywhere?
country town like this would have a skateboard shop in it.
Other than the fact that we've already been inside of it and seen
But
it.
perhaps you have at least one eccentric who likes to tinker with them in their spare time.
I know just the person. Double
Priest's daughter.
by night, trick master by day. God blessed her with 2 talents, and her name is Emma Sanders.
And we already found her.
Emma?
That's right. She's Pastor Sanders' adopted daughter, and was also Lise Clarkson's best friend. Emma really knows her stuff. She's got tools and a mountain of parts, so I'm sure she'll be able to help.
We already figured out our skateboard would break because we saw the
I owe you
100%
one,
on
Melvin.
it. I guess it can now deteriorate over
Zach,
time.
I never thought we'd
Already
find our
broken.
very own skateboard mentor out here in the sticks.
And maybe after it's fixed, we get to actually.
Let's head straight to Emma.
He was
What is it, Zach?
on the exact other
Why
side
didn't I
of
just
town.
ask the sheriff to tow away the old cars? But isn't it
Yeah.
obvious? I want to overcome this obstacle using my own strength.
Because it's more fun to jump over it on his own. Also, I see the
In
clouds.
fact, I want to soar over it.
Yeah, he just wants to have fun jumping over it. He just wants to have fun. Also, we already got over the fence. I mean, I guess I could probably get around it. I could probably still get around it. So at 1 PM. the tours will start. The tea tours. I bet it opens up once we've gone around it. Well, do you have anything else
Okay,
to say?
Patty. I'm going to try asking you that question again. What do you do when you're at home?
I watch TV and look up stuff
Okay,
on the
you're just gonna
internet,
ask the
I
same
guess.
stuff.
Ain't much else to do when you're out in the middle of nowhere.
Really? For some reason, I envisioned you working hard to take care of all the chores around the house.
Well, of course I
Wow,
do stuff
that's so
like that too.
old-fashioned.
But doesn't everyone? Why bother talking about it?
Other kids your age don't help out their parents. They're too busy talking with their friends on the phone or through emails.
That's stupid. I don't get why everyone's so obsessed with taking pictures of themselves. Then they send them to their friends just to get approval? Talk about cringeworthy.
How do you prefer to boost your self-esteem? then?
Cringe!
I don't need to. I have my family. And besides, my daddy's the town sheriff. All I need to be happy is a normal life.
That's awfully mature of you.
Everyone else is just childish. I'm totally normal.
Okay, then.
Here you
So
are.
what do you do after you finish all your chores? You don't turn on CNN and pour yourself some
No, she
bourbon,
wants
do you?
CSI.
CNN. That's kid stuff.
Also,
What I watch
pour
is
yourself
way
some
more adult
bourbon.
than that.
Like what? Live sports?
You just don't get
Clearly
it,
not a
Agent
kid, is
York.
she? Pouring
Full
herself
House,
some
Friends,
bourbon.
Beverly Hills 90210. Sitcoms. Sitcoms
I know she
are
didn't
an
say she
all-in-one
did, but he
package.
suggested it, and
Dreams,
you wouldn't suggest
love,
that to a
life
child,
lessons,
would you?
Science fiction. They've got everything you'd ever want. And some cable channels just show reruns all day long. It's the best. Oh, but my favorite TV show is this old one called MacGyver. The main character is cute and smart. I don't know his real name, but I like him. Oh, and I
MacGyver.
also like Gil Grissom from CSI. I just think it's adorable how he keeps maggots and...
What an old man. You like that he keeps maggots. Okay. It's a weird one. Yeah, your skateboard's broke. You can't hop on it right now. You know, it's your quest to go fix it. Right, I'm gonna take the taxi. Seeing as our skateboard is broke. Got a lot to go travel over there. Can't believe there wasn't a lot of things to loot. Right, let's go. Give me the taxi person. Wyvern. 8 AM till 7. Oh. She doesn't have a wyvern near her. That's stupid. Or is it just we haven't discovered a wyvern? Do I need to go... So I need to go interact with the wyvern? Or is it that it's one of the special places from within the hotel that you can only do once you're in the hotel? Maybe that's what the special places are. The places that, you know, aren't as obvious. I don't want to go through a loading screen though. My god, you're really going to make me run all this way? And you're not even going to talk to me. Hi. You're not even going to talk to me with this long journey.
That melody always gets stuck in my head.
Yes, it's a devilish song, isn't it?
Just be quiet.
Am I going the right way? Why does that have a wyvern now? What was that? I saw some tumbleweeds back there as well. What's that huge clonking noise in the game? Something went kadonk. Okay. Well, it's not Monday. Took her for a drink on Tuesday. Oh. Okay, I'm just doing that to maybe mark it. I understand. We have 500 meters to go. We're getting there. But I'm sure he has a balloon thing in front of his house as well. I guess I never interacted with it. He should have. I'm sure there's one at the farm as well that we didn't interact with. So I guess I have to interact with them. It's not good enough just going past them and seeing them. We actually have to interact with them. Right, I should open these things. Maybe it was a quest failure. Maybe we took too long on something. Or something. I don't know. Also, where are these killer bees that this guy wants to go get? Low quality beads. We definitely want more beads. Even though they're not necessarily for the quest anymore. It's good to make more of the necklaces thing so that we can have all of the powers. It's more bead time. It's not more bin time. Time for more beads. And not bees, because we haven't found them yet. Medium quality string. Don't mind me just stealing your mail to make necklaces myself. Fine, you're happy with that, right? Maybe it's bad ending. Demon, you stole from people. You get the bad ending. You chose bad. Obviously, there was a disaster that could have happened. I am curious what would have happened if we chose to let that fail. You know? Okay, I should interact with any of these the instant we find them. Because clearly they won't actually activate the waypoints unless we interact with them. Okay. A new destination's been added. Okay, so it doesn't open it. We just have to find them and launch the balloon. Right, okay. Understand.
Hey, Agent York. I feel like someone's in there.
Yeah, we've met her before. She's working on skateboards, and this is where we're heading to get our skateboarding fixed.
Let's go and see.
You know, but yeah. Were you with me when we saw her in there before, or was I alone?
Huh? What do y'all want? I'm kind of busy here.
My skateboard broke. Emma Sanders.
Hi there. Are you Emma?
Yeah. Who are you?
A guy with a broken skateboard.
Francis York Morgan. I'm an FBI special agent. Please call me York. That's what everyone calls me.
Agent York? So, what does the FBI want with little old me? I already told the police everything I know about Lise.
Emma, I haven't come here to talk to you about Lise. Although I suppose it's sort of connected in a way. My darling is broken, and I need you to fix her.
I don't know, you've put the wheels back on it already.
Your darling? I never heard that one before.
It looks like you fixed it up pretty good yourself, considering it had literally fallen to pieces.
I'll try and assess the damage.
Okay, well the front of it still. The screwdriver would fix it, honestly. Just gotta screw it back in. It's not that hard. Although maybe a spanner, by the looks of it, the way there's bolts
and
on.
gave you some brand new deck tape. Also, you were missing a tail guard, so I put one on for you. That way you should be able to do a few tricks here and there without any risk of damage.
We're going to be allowed to do what is.
Well, what do you think?
It's beautiful, Emma.
The
Looks
wheels
exactly
were
like a
scraped down and the
skateboard.
base plate screws were all about to fall out. Oh, and
They
the
did
axles
fall
were
out.
also warped. It was pretty much in critical condition.
That's probably why someone gave it to him
Now,
for
what I
free.
want to know is, how did it get that way?
Well, my car was stolen on my way here from Houston. So, I switched over to my darling and rode her here instead.
You know, you're crazier than you look.
Well, he's got a split personality. Oh my god, that is
Emma,
crazy.
would you mind
smile.
answering another crazy question for me? I want to use this board to soar, literally. Would you mind teaching me a trick that would allow me to do so?
An ollie?
You mean you want to do a wally? Ooh, well, I'd be happy to teach you how, but
A wally
it's
is a
too
wall
cramped in
raise.
here.
He wants to do a jump, which is just an ollie.
A
Not a
I know
Wally.
where we should go.
She's
You
admirable.
want to learn too? You sure? Seems like you're interested. Whatever. I know you're just gonna come along anyway. So you should at least learn the basics.
And she's just gonna mystically levitate over anything we jump over, so... It's not a Wally, it's an Ollie. Not even a Nolly. Abandoned factory. We get taken all the way to an abandoned factory to learn. Oh, I see there's already a ramp there.
Okay, Agent York. Now we should have enough room to practice. I'll show you how it's done first, then you just practice till you learn how to do it, okay?
Okay, she's got a few jumps. Going very, very slow, and a huge jump. That was a huge jump. Looks easy enough. A Wally isn't a pawn trick. Press LB at the right time to soar. Okay, and let's just jump over walls. It's just an Ollie though. It's not a Wally, it's an Ollie. You can access skateboard courses from any of the special graffiti marks. Simply collect all the flags before time to run out. When collect every flag quickly and boost your score while performing tricks. Okay, try to perform tricks at the right timing to shelf and style. Be sure to track down all graffiti and finish the courses. Okay, there's lots of flags. And, okay, huge scores with prizes. Okay. And she just sits and watches us. Okay, he's soaring. Camera, camera, camera. Gives us some money as well. Okay, I saw those boxes. How is he not getting these flags? Like, he's getting the money, but he's missing the flags. Fuck. Fucked it a little. And that would have been the end. Yeah, there's also an extra jump. Turn around, Mr. York. You fucked it. This is fine. Okay, we'll just go get there. Oh, you can't break through the boxes. It's not like the sheep. Oh my god, it's the sheep again, isn't it? It's just the sheep all over again. Nah, nah, nah. I remember. That Jesus skateboard night. Pressing the button. I mean, we've still got a time score, surprisingly. First aid kit. Oh, we almost got the sunscreen. My god, that's a lot of things. We've got a Coca-Cola as well. 1 star. I can do better. Yeah, it's hard to do a new trick. Is a Wally to get to the abandoned church? Yes, okay. We'll...
That was perfect!
Yes. Thank you, Emma. I only learned that new trick thanks to your guidance. Now I'm sure that Zach and I will be able to reach our destination without any trouble at all. Thank you for assisting in the investigation.
Glad to be of service. If your board breaks again, or you feel like customizing it a bit more, just stop on by my workshop. I'm pretty much
guessing
always
it can
there
break
during
now.
the day. I'm also taking
Or maybe it
some
could always
time off
break if we
school
did
because
jumps,
of what
but we
happened
didn't
with
do
Lise.
jumps.
Skating and playing music are the only things that help me escape the pain of losing her.
And that awkwardness. Bye.
Zach,
I'm
did you see
sorry.
the
I brought up
expression
all
on
the
her face
pain.
just now? She
Pain?
works hard to act cheerful, but she's yet another person who was hurt by the tragedy. Lisa's
people
death
are
is
hurt
like
by people
wildfire,
dying.
spreading embers of sadness throughout the entire town.
Who would have guessed? Especially her best friends. Incense? Skating has been... For the love of skating has been unlocked. The power of love. Oh, the graffiti is the skating challenge. I can do better. I want the 3 stars. You're just gonna sit and watch again. I mean, I pressed the jump, it didn't work. I guess the money's less important than actually getting the flag. And making sure we get the flag. The power of love, the force from above. I pressed jump, but he didn't jump. Okay. 4 minutes 12. Okay. It's still saying only 1 star. That sucks. We got the sunscreen. Crayfish shell. I mean, that was a silver. Can do better. I don't know why I didn't recognize the jumps half the time. Okay, that time it actually did the jump. That time it actually did the jump. He's still on the skateboard. There's more graffiti on the wall, but I don't think it's different, right? Even though it takes a while, I think that gives us more score. More score and more years ago. That's unfortunate. He went through it again. It really looked like he should have got that. Well, that's the problem. That's not ideal. That's not ideal at all. Somehow that was better time. I guess you need to beat 4 minutes or something for golds. And we got a sparrow Farah. Farah. Thank you. 2,900 Emma Sanders. Okay, so let's just get 2,900 gold, and that just gives us a durability in. I don't care that much. But we're close, you know, because we've got that.
Hey, Patty.
What, Agent York?
Nothing. Just felt like saying that.
You like to be a dick, don't you? I should inspect this so that we actually open up the things. Are we miles out in the middle of nowhere? Where are we? Gonna light the fire as well. Where are we? We are miles from anything. Okay, Daniel Clarkson lives in the middle of nowhere, does abandoned factory out in the middle of nowhere. But we can probably fast travel close. Not exactly good. $2.50 to get to the other end of town. It's not a lot, honestly. I'll take it for a fast travel to the other end of town. It's not a terrible fast travel. Thanks for the lift. Oh, I should check every single one of these vendings, shouldn't I?
I think we've got the wrong vending.
Yeah, I think so.
Not a single can of spinach. Let's try somewhere.
Yeah. not a single can of spinach. Got it. 94%. Yep, skateboard does have durability now. And we can't just jump whenever we want. It has to be off a specific jump. But we are remembering to check the vending machines for this stupid can of spinach whilst we're out here. We're not just ignoring them. If we see a vending machine, we need to check it for spinach. Hang on. Hang on. The stuff in the tree is like the good life. Sugarcane leaves and stems. That's a weird place for sugarcane. That's a weird place for sugarcane. It's not a sugarcane tree. This isn't even a sugarcane plantation. That's just an ordinary tree. Why is there a sugarcane leaf and a sugarcane stem onto there? That's weird. It's a weird place to put them. I would not have thought to look there other than the thing sparkling at me. Well, that's some wolves. Can't get me, wolf. I'm on a skateboard. You may try to bite me. You probably meant to get off and be like, I'm gonna shoot them. Oh, I'm just gonna drive right past you all.
Hey, Agent York.
How did you get here?
Really
You weren't on my
talk to this
skateboard.
guy? He kind of scares me.
He's just sat reading the
Patty, there's no
newspaper.
need to worry. Just hide behind me and you'll be fine.
Like you did when the big guy came. He doesn't look that
Chuck
scary.
Thompson. You were the first person to find Lisa's body, correct?
Swamp tours. Why didn't we take the swamp tour to get here?
I'm FBI Special Agent Francis York Morgan. Please, call me York. That's what
What is he
everyone calls
doing?
me.
Oh, is he whittling
Agent
woods?
York. Seems like he ain't in the mood for talking.
Just sanding
Chuck
some
Thompson.
wood.
May I have a word with you? I'm looking for the one who fired the pistol at Heaven.
Okay, he's a short guy. Very angry.
You trying to say I gotta aim up to shoot because of my height?
Okay, you did offend him. You called him a leprechaun as well. Did you give
Not
him a
at all.
leprechaun accent? Oh my god,
I was
the
merely
nose
quoting
hairs.
the skeletal gentleman's oracle.
Nose hairs.
Skeletal gentleman. You ain't making a lick of sense.
You gave him some
want
serious
anyway?
nose hairs.
What do y'all come here to waste my precious time for?
I'm currently running a race
you have to
around
give him
town
an
thanks
Irish
to you,
accent?
who fired the starting shot. The murderer and I are competing to see who can cross the finish line first. Unfortunately, the murderer got a generous head start on me. If he gets
As
away
they
from
always
me,
do.
I'll lose. But if I can catch up to him, then I'm sure I'll
She
win.
looked shocked at you. She's like, what the hell are you talking about, sir? You burnt your hand. You didn't light the cigarette.
So please, Chuck, tell me, how did you find Lisa's body? Her body was hidden under a bridge.
She's hiding
on the
behind
bayou,
you.
very
Yes.
close to the Mississippi River. It's got to be at least a few miles away from your farm in this swamp, right?
He's doing the tours, isn't he?
No, the Clarksons are the folks who gave me the damn permission to farm crawdaddies here in the first place. Now, why the hell would I ever want to kill that little girl?
Then what were you doing out there?
You know, lately I've been seeing a queer boat around these parts. Ain't too big. Probably only holds 5 or 6, and it's got a deep draft. Assholes
And you
think
got
they can
some
just drive
serious
right through
nose
my
ass.
turf, right through my dang crawdad farm.
So you gave chase, which led you to Lisa's body.
Yeah, that's right. Fucking poachers.
Where did the poachers go?
Oh, hell if I know. Fog was thick that day, thicker than usual. So I lose sight of them. The next thing I know, I'm under that goddamn bridge.
On the other
Then
end
I
of
felt
town.
a chill run up my spine. And I knew. So I drove up to the bank and got out. And there she was, strung up on that there altar.
Did you know Lise personally?
Yeah, I knew her a little.
We already saw the
She
boat
never
as well.
showed me no disrespect, unlike the rest of those damn Clarksons.
It was the
So
Clarkson boat.
rotten I can smell it from here, same as the shit at the bottom of this here swamp. Heavy.
I'm surprised you could smell anything through them nose
Yeah.
hairs. She's looking down on you. She's bigger than you.
It was a little better when their boy Lenny was still around.
Lenny?
Yeah, Leonard, PJ's son. He never showed me no disrespect neither. And he's the one who gave me permission to farm here.
Is he
But,
one of the gone Clarkson?
well, ever since he left home, his whole family's gone straight down the shitter. Lisa was the only decent one left. She was wise, just like Lenny.
That's why
Ain't
they
right, I tell
sacrificed
you.
her.
Heavy, heavy, heavy. Now I'm done talking, goddammit. Now go on, get the hell out of here.
What's that stone you're
Philip
polishing,
mentioned something
Andy?
about his son leaving home. That must be Lenny. Did you know about that, Patty?
Everyone in town knows about it.
Everyone knows everything here.
By the way, Zach, do you remember what we saw when we were skipping stones? That
Boat that I literally
the
just
Dragonfly
mentioned.
crest.
Yes.
Zach, no matter where we go in this town, we're constantly assaulted by information related to the Clarkson family. Just where is that skeletal gentleman trying to lead us?
Well, she's got her eye on something down the river there. Talismans. Airboat ride. Nice.
We successfully found
Um,
the one who fired the pistol at Heather.
Over there! I think he might have seen something.
Now we need to visit the White Hall of Beds. You know, Zach, it almost feels like we're orienteering here. Doesn't it remind you of our training in Quantico?
I think he might have seen something over there. So much so that it
Hey,
shocked
Agent
her.
York.
Yes?
Is that... Sorry, never mind. I think I was just seeing things.
No, you definitely saw something. You were looking at it curiously, and then you just pointed at it and popped. You definitely saw something. Is that... It wasn't over here. Okay, that's a stone skipping point. Don't... You saw something.
what's
What is
that?
it?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said, what?
That thing. Right there, Patty.
Just tell me what it is. How am I supposed to know which that you're referring to?
I want to know what you were pointing to.
You're goofing on me, ain't you?
No, she definitely saw something. She definitely saw something. Catfish tail. Tell me what you saw, Patty. Okay. No more new stuff. It's not going to be here, but she saw something. She did. There was definitely something. I might go inside your house real quick, actually. I'm just knocking on the door.
Looks like a
where
case
is
of
he?
bad time. Let's come back late.
He's outside, York. He's right here. I'm dead small now, my stones. You put a little love in them, the stones circulate. She's pointing at something again. What did you see, Patty? What did you see? Over there. Okay. I will go over there. High quality plate. Let's save. I'll go over there and check out what you've seen, Patty. You saw a vending machine with spinach in it, didn't you? You saw a vending machine in it with spinach in it. That's what you saw. I saw a fire. Oh, just a very suspicious orange thing. It's a very suspicious orange UFO. Wouldn't be a gator, would it? There's a very suspicious orange thing over there. Wouldn't have been a UFO. It's probably going to have been a gator. But obviously it said UFOs were a thing. Catfish whisker. You know, it's probably a gator. It could have been a UFO. Okay, am I just wearing out my skateboard? I thought I saw something interactable there. Bullfrog leg. I'm gonna check out the middle of this. There's surely something right in the middle of this, right? Hurry up, York. Of course. Alligator gar scale. Interesting, interesting.
Patty, what's that?
That tree? Or the water tower?
That thing I'm pointing at. That.
Like I said, what?
Me pulling on your leg. That's what it is. It's me pulling your leg. Black bass ale. Hey. Boom, ba boom, boom, boom. We don't need 2 cokes. I mean, we can't even use any of this. They need to fix that because I need to know how to use the inventory. I need to know how to use that. Ba bum bum bum. Ba bum bum bum. Right, that's a tool. That's just water. She saw something. She saw something. Ooh. Oops. That's it, Paddy. Stay back until I've solved the situation. Louisiana Iris League. Wait until I've made it safe and then come in. You saw something. I need to know what you saw. You were pointing at it and everything. You were quite clearly pointing at it. It wasn't the leaves in the trees. Know that much. It wasn't the doggos. You weren't just going, oh look, doggo. You saw something. It's going to be relevant, but you're going to refuse to say. Was it York? And was it Zach? Did you see? There's the fairy. Oh no, is she the fairy? Is she the fairy? Move this. Because she's dead, isn't she? In the future. Because everyone died. They said there's a massive body. She's dead. She's the fairy. Following him around because she's actually dead in the future. Oh no. She dies on this case. She stays with you as a fairy because you can't handle it. You can't handle that you got her killed. So you became Zach rather than York as the primary personality. I understand it now. I understand it all. Yeah, this skateboard's getting some wear and tear now. That's what it is. Okay, so we need to now just drive around this entire town looking for this goddamn vending machine. And then buy from it. Because it's not going to tell us where it is. We're going to have to hunt it down. It's going to be somewhere really obscure, isn't it? What did you see, Patty? Why can't you tell me what you saw? These dogs have gone a bit rampant. They've taken over the whole town. Huh. I wonder if one of these waypoints is just like, this is the vending machine that you need. Our waypoints don't show on this map, do they? Because there's still something over there. Maybe not. I was going to say there's still something over there by the thing, but maybe not. Hickory? Hickory and hickory? Okay, we're really out in the boondocks now, aren't we? At the tower. Let's go to the tower, because you were like, the tree or the tower. What tree? Was there a special tree? Was there a suspicious looking tree? If not, well, I mean, there's certainly a couple of these electrical towers. But let's go to this one. Kind of the nearest one. Maybe. I'm not seeing any vending machines out here, though, in sticks. I'll see a single vending machine.
Zach, we shouldn't head too far.
Well, we interrupted him from saying, beware crocodiles. We shouldn't head too far south. We can literally, wow, stop attacking it. We'll die to
Zach,
crocodiles.
we shouldn't head too far south. Wandering through the swamp without a guide would be suicide. You wouldn't want to lose me out there, would you?
Without a guide would be suicide. What a right. Water rhymes, sir. Alligator skin. Well, this is a save point. I mean, there's something out there, but clearly it's like, don't go doing it yet.
Zach, we shouldn't head too far south. Wandering...
Why did you create a new save point? I didn't want to create a new... Okay, well, I'm going to go wander too far south. And then that's where I'll call it a day, but... Oh. We shouldn't go too far south. Oh. He won't let me. He will not let me.
Zach, we shouldn't head too far south. Wandering through the swamp with...
Can we call for a bayou ride? So we are sort of like locked to not being going too far south. Loot. Lots of loot. Well, the thing isn't out here. There's no fast travel points either. I just see something shiny over it. I did see something sparkling at me.
Zach, we shouldn't head too far south. Wandering through the swamp without a guide would be suicide. You wouldn't want to lose me out there, would you?
I wouldn't, but at the same time, you know, be looting. High quality loot we're probably not meant to get just yet. Why is there no car point? Come on. I guess because we're meant to use the river point, but we're not allowed right now because I've probably prematurely done this before we're meant to. But hey, anyway, that's what I'm going to call it a day. I'll be back probably tomorrow with something else. Have a nice rest of your day, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye.